Okay, I think I'm online. Good evening, this is Gaming McFitness. Uh, I am testing my bicycle generator. I'm pointing at the screen that you can't see. So um, I built this over the course of the year, a couple like few hour building sessions this year, and I have it working sort of. So I want to show um, what I've got here. So let me change the camera view. Um, that's the wrong one. So I have my bicycle here, and then it's connected to a bike trainer, which is like a little platform, so you can pedal it like a indoor bike. And I attached this right here, which is a scooter motor. This is about $35. Um, I have a bike chain, dirt bike chain right here. You can't really see. I'll show it better in a little while. And it's connecting to the trainer here uh, below the wheel. So you pedal the bike, it turns a wheel that's below the bicycle wheel, which turns the chain, which turns the motor. The motor is connected to a battery over here. It's called a solar generator. And so the pedaling generates electricity that goes into the solar generator. Let me change the view again so I can give a quick view of the electronics and the motor and stuff. So this is the generator, and then that's connected via chain to this. So when I pedal, it turns this wheel here, which turns the chain, which causes this electric motor slash generator to generate electricity. And then I have it wired down um, into the battery here. I have a diode to make sure that I don't accidentally use this as a motor and cause the bike to pedal, because it's depending on how you use it, it's either a generator or a motor. So I use the diode to make sure that the current only goes the right way to make it function as a generator. This is a Blue Eddy. Um, no, it's the EcoFlow one. Sorry, it's the EcoFlow Delta 2, I believe. And it has an input voltage range from 12 volts to 60 volts for the input. It's supposed to be a solar panel input, but I'm inputting the power from the generator instead. And right here I have a voltmeter, and that's just for me to see the voltage, because it does before the generator kicks in, the voltage gets kind of high. So I just want to make sure that I don't get it too high and damage it. I believe this is pretty safe, but I am doing it in the garage with the door partially open behind me, so if it does catch on fire, I can shove it outside. I'm pretty confident that the battery's fine. The motor might overheat and start smoking though, the generator. I'll give it like a 10% chance of that happening. So let me, where's the heart thing? Okay. So I'm going to start, get ready to go. This is a heart rate monitor. that helps, so it calculates accurate calorie burn and stuff. And so yeah, the goal, so this Zwift is a bicycling app, fitness app, and in the bicycle pedal I have what's called a power meter, and it detects how hard you're pressing down on the pedal, like based on the bicycle gear and stuff, and also how fast the pedal is moving. This fucking thing came undone. To calculate how much power you're generating when you pedal, and that's in watts, which is awesome because the power going into the battery is also measured in watts. It likes to fall asleep here, the display. So as I start pedaling, the number in the bottom right, it says input, and that should show watts. And then down on the bottom left of the screen, where the speaker icon is, that will show in a second. That will show the power generated by, not yet, I'm just waking up the sensors. Come on. Okay, so I believe whatever. So that says 0W. That's the watts. So the number on the left that says watts, 0 watts right now, will be higher than the number going into the battery, which is way on the right side of the screen. Because for one thing, this chain in the sprocket is a little wobbly, and there's like 10% loss, energy efficiency loss, in like the battery, and then another 10% in the motor, and then a 10% loss here and there. And so I'm guessing that if I do about 160 watts with this current setup, if I do about 160 watts pedaling, power at the pedal on the bottom left, again I'm pointing where you can't see, I should get about 60 watts, 50, 60 watts on the battery. So I'm losing about 2/3 with this setup. I'm losing about 2/3 of the power that I'm generating. Testing. Okay, so I should be about ready to go here. Did I forget anything? I can hear my voice. Everything's connected. Let's see if I can. So it takes about 20 seconds of pedaling before the generator starts acting as a generator. And see, the voltage is on the bottom. It says 18 volts. As long as it's above 12 volts consistently, oh, wait a minute. Why does it say 20 on the top number? Okay, now it got harder. I guess it's the top number. So it's 31 watts. going into the battery. Let me switch gears. Okay, 40 watts. And then I'm pedaling. I guess it's way much. Before I didn't have the Zwift. The first time I tried this, I didn't have the Zwift to see the wattage I was pedaling. I didn't realize I had to pedal so much to get the 40 watts. So I'm losing about 40, 80, losing about 80% of the power that I'm pedaling. So that's pretty horrible, to be honest. I didn't think the display would go to sleep if I was actually... What does it say? So the top number is input. Okay. I thought it was the bottom number. It is the top number. What's my heart rate? Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, let's see how gentle I can pedal and still get an input. Okay. So I'm still getting about 40 watts in, and I'm pedaling a lot less. Still don't think I can maintain this. So one thing is, this bicycle is not the right size for me. I'm borrowing my mom's bicycle because I don't own one. And for the other thing, I'm pretty out of shape. But I want to try to, let's see if I can slow down and keep it going. See, the voltage is 14 volts. If it dips below like 12 or 11 volts, it's going to cut off, so it won't be it won't be able to power the battery if I pedal too slow and I dip below 12 on the voltmeter on the bottom, on the red thing. So I don't know. So I want to try to do this for like 10 minutes just to make sure the motor's not going to overheat, the generator motor. And then if I know the motor's not going to overheat, I can move this setup to be either in the corner of the garage or indoors. But I wanted it near the garage door in case it overheats and starts smoking. Then I've got to toss it outside. But this is part of my like apocalypse stash stuff. Like if shit hit the fan and nuclear war or some EMP pulse or whatever, or a big storm gets the power out for 2 weeks, like in Appalachia. I thought it'd be cool if I could have a pedal powered battery charger. But I really expect to get way more power. Like if Zwift on the left says 140 watts, I thought I'd get like 80, 90. Like I only lose like 40% of the watts. But I'm losing like double that. Hi Jess. This is my bicycle generator. I'm losing way more power, putting the power into the battery than I wanted and expected. But this is like the first working build that I have. So thanks. Oh, I didn't realize I was cutting off the chat. It took me forever to set this up in here. I thought it would be like an hour to get the camera and the display. It takes forever to do all this shit. It took several hours today. I need to slow down. So I'm hugging on the bottom right. If I dip below, oh shit. I need to hit the button to see the display. So that display that just turned back on, that's the battery that I'm charging. Display for that. And if I have to pedal to be up at least 12 volts. For it to start to charge the battery. Hasn't kicked in yet. Okay, there it goes. So now it's charging the battery, and the number on the bottom, it's about 15. If I let it dip too low, it'll stop charging the battery. Well, I'm riding it slowly because I'm out of shape. But I have to go about this speed to get the voltage high enough for it to work at all. Let's see. So I'm below 10. It's still charging. It says on the spec that it's supposed to be above 12. Okay, there it stopped. When I dipped down by like 8 volts, then it stopped charging the battery, and the pedaling got easier. Okay, now it got harder. It hasn't kicked in again yet. There it goes. Okay. So now it's stably out. I don't know why it's bouncing all over the place, but it feels like it's pedaling too easy. Whatever. I don't know why it's jumping all over. But anyway, this battery is about 1 kilowatt hour, and I'm charging like 20, 30 watts. So if I pedaled for an hour, that would be 30 watt hours. So it would take weeks, probably, to charge this battery all the way up. Well, this is my only setup where I'm actually putting the energy into a battery. But yeah, I'm definitely working harder than I am when I'm on the treadmill right now. But the chain that I've got, if you look earlier in the video, I showed a close-up of it. The sprocket is wobbly, and like there's a lot of energy lost, that if I build it better, I think I'll get more power out of it for less pedaling. by realigning things better, and I want to try to attach the motor directly to the bike stand without using a chain at all at some point. Maybe that's what that 27 is, 29. So if I pedaled like this for 27 hours, maybe it would charge the battery to 100. I don't know what that... So if I pedal really fast, yeah, I can get it up to like 60, 70 watts, but okay, I'm gonna feel the motor. I want to see if it's super hot. Also, I need a break. No, it doesn't even feel warm. So I think I'm good. So I think I can move this into the house without worrying about burning the house down. But first I'm gonna move it to the corner of the garage so we can pull a vehicle in here. So I'll probably do that later. And then I'll try to improve the build sometime in the next few weeks. See there, it just kicked in. You can hear the difference and feel it when you pedal, when it kicks in the generator mode. See, now it feels really stable. Like the resistance is stable. Last time when it was bouncing all up and down, it felt weird pedaling it. Like it was in a wonky mode or something. I don't know. But now it feels, I'm getting a consistent output around 30, and the pedaling resistance feels consistent. So I don't know why it was wonky like 5 minutes ago, but it feels good now. So this is a $35 scooter motor, electric motor, brushless DC motor that can function as a generator, and it's like 250 watt output if you're using it as a motor. I don't think you can generate that much. I think it's only like 150, like max. I'll have to look at the spec. But hypothetically, I should be able to pedal and get like 100 watts without it burning up the motor. But I just wasn't sure about that. Man. What do I have for calories? Does it show me the calories? 109, I think, is the calories. So the other thing is, if I do this later, once I get this built, I'll have a video game with controller buttons and everything on this too. I haven't set that up yet. I'll probably buy a new bicycle before I do that, because this is my mom's bike and it's way too small for me. Doesn't make sense to build up all the controller stuff until I get a bike that is good for me. The other thing is, once I get this built, hi Camelak, this is my bicycle generator. It's my first time streaming it. So I'm pedaling 120 watts, and then I'm getting 27 watts in the battery, so I'm losing a lot of energy in my build. But I think I can get it a lot better once I keep tweaking it and messing with it. But I think I'm gonna. Any questions, Jess or Camelec? Because I'll show a close-up video of it again before I wrap it up. I'm good. Still living near my mom who got through cancer, and so I'm ready to move out. I just haven't found a place yet. And everything's good. My mom's good. Family's good. I'm good. How are you? You guys still do Mad City stuff at all? I haven't checked in with those guys in a while. I signed up for one, I don't remember her name, from Mad City, because I wanted the Apple TV promo. Car is good. Yeah, my car is running okay. It still sounds weird when it starts, and it still has an alignment problem. My cousin didn't fix that, which kind of pissed me off. But yeah, Camelec, my car broke down when I took a trip to Chicago to see about moving down there. And then I put $1,000 into it. That was the, what's it called? The, to power the battery. Belt thing. Not the inverter. The alternator? No. I don't remember. And then I took it when I got back. I took it to my cousin, the mechanic. And he did another $500 of repairs. So all the check engine lights are off and stuff, but he didn't do some of the minor shit that I wanted him to do. But yeah, it's still running. I took a couple hour trips, hour and a half trips on it, and it didn't break down again, so that's good. But let me show, I think I'm done with the workout. But let me quick show the setup one more time. If you have any questions, shoot them real quick before I end the stream. So this is the battery. It's called the EcoFlow Delta. I think it's 1 kilowatt hour of capacity, which is like not enough to run a house or anything, but it's like RV level. This is the $40 scooter motor generator thing. And then I have a chain going down to this. So when I spin, when I pedal, the gray part turns, which turns the chain, which turns this sprocket thing connected to the motor here, and so it charges the motor. So that's how it works. And I have a diode here to make sure the current flows the right way. And that's about it. Where did I get the idea? I've had the idea for years because I've gotten into solar and stuff like that. And like eco power stuff. So and I think I saw somebody do it on YouTube or something. So I wanted to try to build one myself. And once I started buying these solar stuff with the solar battery, I thought, well, why can't I put the pedaling power into the solar battery since I've already got it, so I don't need to buy as much stuff like from scratch. Um, so yeah, I thought it would do a lot better. I thought if I was pedaling like 200 watts, I'd get like half 100 watts into the battery, but it's more like 30 watts right now. Man, I'm dripping with sweat. But yeah, I'm in the garage. So I just wasn't sure if things would go wonky and like smoke, and I wanted to be able to shove it out there if it went wrong, rather than start a fire. This battery it's called lithium iron phosphate. It's a type of battery that's really hard to get a battery fire. It's not like lithium ion, like those catch fire fairly often. Usually when you see a fire, EV fire or like a scooter fire, bicycle, e-bike fire, it's almost always lithium ion. But this is lithium iron phosphate. It's a different chemistry that's more safe. And most of the new stuff you buy for like solar and even most cars, the lower end cars use the safer battery chemistry. It's really clean, so I can't see all the chat. I didn't realize I was cutting off the chat. So yeah, that's it. So I'm going to try to move all of this into the back of the garage so that the car can pull in. And I want to see if I can attach this motor instead of using the chain. Instead of having the spindle of the motor connected to this chain, which is connected to this that spins when the wheel spins, I'm going to see if I can attach the motor directly to this, like right here, without using a chain. Let me see if I can, if I take, this is just a bungee down here, bungee cord. So if I take this off real quick, if you look at this spindle, if I spin it, maybe you can't see it well on camera. Let's see if I can get a nice... Oh, that looks pretty straight. Maybe it's this one that was wobbly. Yeah, see how wobbly that is? So there's probably a lot of energy loss because this is so wobbly and like poorly constructed. Oh, I'm not looking at... Ah, shit. I need to change the camera view here. See how wobbly this is right here? So it's things like that are like not smooth. That's probably why I'm getting so much energy loss, is things like this. And if I were to attach this spindle of this motor to here directly without a chain, try not to make it wobbly, like then maybe I can get more energy out of the pedaling. But yeah, getting this spindle on here was kind of annoying, because what it is it's I might be able to just no, it's not going to come off. If I spin it the wrong way, it comes off pretty easily. But the inside of the spindle is like D-shaped, the hole, and I couldn't find anything D-shaped to attach it to. So basically, I had to get like a circular dowel thing and shave off one end with a grinder to make it sort of D-shaped. And because I didn't do that perfectly, that's why it's so wobbly. But if I'm not using this gear thing, the D-shaped gear thing at all, and just attaching the silver thing that spins here directly to the motor, I think I can get it to work a lot better and have less energy loss. So I'm going to try to do that probably for the next try. It'll probably take a week or two because this is a weird setup with the screws here. There's a screw that goes all the way in the middle of this to the other side. And so finding like a replacement one that can also connect to here might be a huge pain in the ass because I only have like a small workbench with like hand tools. But yeah, I think that's the next step of the plan, is to try to attach the motor directly and see how much loss I'm getting. But I think that's it for me. Unless you have any last questions, I'm going to call it a day. I'll probably, tomorrow is Thursday. I'll probably stream the normal video games tomorrow, probably late. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for saying hi, Jess and Camelak. Good night.